Hey, what's up everybody? This is UM, and today I thought I would do a little bit of a different type of video. I've been getting a lot of responses to my more recent WWF videos that I've been doing for the Hasbro stuff, and I thought to myself, well, maybe this seemed like a good time to go ahead and show you guys a little side hobby that I've had on and off for the last 15 years, where I like to go and meet wrestlers. Like, here's a picture of when I met Rob Van Dam. I had him sign a Raw magazine. This video is going to be a little shaky because I couldn't figure out a good way to really film this than by just holding the camera. So, yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of brief explanation before I show these to you. About 15 years ago, when the Hasbro series had pretty much come to an end, around 94, 95, my brother and I were kind of fascinated by those little drawings that were done on the backs of the packages that, you know, would show you the upcoming figures and stuff. So what we did is, originally we did little black and white photos for upcoming series, and we wanted to see what series we'd like to do. And since my brother and I both were, you know, somewhat artists, we drew little, probably say they're about an inch tall, pictures of wrestlers. It kind of evolved over time with me. My brother kind of felt, you know, didn't like really doing it much anymore. I started coloring them in, and they were all still based on action figures. I just designed little 3 3/4 inch drawings of wrestlers. They're small. I mean, I had to use a .05 tip pen. Let's see if I got one available. Okay, this is about a tip that I worked with. As you can see, it's pretty thin. And you know, I use a box of colored pencils and ink pens and whatever I can get my hands on. So I guess that's enough of a setup. I'm going to show you a few for right now. I thought I'd show, first of all, a couple of ones I've had autographed. These ones are really old. These are some of my oldest ones I colored. Here is Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle. And the thing I decided to do was to get them autographed by going to meet the wrestlers. Here's an actual photo of Eddie Guerrero signing my photo. See, there's my picture. There's Eddie signing it. I thought that was a pretty cool photo to have. That way it was kind of like proof that if nobody believed me, I've actually had wrestlers sign these. Mick Foley. Because these were old, they were more cartoony. I gave them like bigger feet, and they were just kind of bulky. Over time, though, I kind of designed them to look a little more in proportion. Like there's Chuck Palumbo and Billy Gunn. And I had China sign. A lot of wrestlers I'd still really like to meet. And this is when I met Steve Austin. I did a whole page just for Steve Austin because that was pretty cool to get to meet him. I was always really big into like trying to make them look as good as possible with just a small amount of. This is Rob Van Dam when he signed this one. I've been thinking about getting back into it. I actually haven't actively done this in a while. You won't see any really recent wrestlers, but you'll, you know, hopefully recognize ones from a few years back. There's Shawn Michaels, and I met Trish Stratus, and there's The Rock, Mr. Perfect. There's like a John Cena when he first came in. I kind of consider this a little bit of a documentation of wrestling history by my own eye. Whenever I would see a wrestler premiere, this is when he fought Kurt Angle, and I drew this right afterwards. So if it gives you any idea on how old some of these drawings are, just go back and look up, you know, there's Matt and Jeff. There's Batista when he was with Reverend Devon. That had him actually named Deacon. because they didn't really give him, they just called him the Deacon. And then they added Batista a little bit later. So, you know, it's just, you know, it was my own way to preserve memories, you know. I remember these, you know. This is when Tess was with Stacy. Sad to hear that Tess passed away recently, only a couple years older than me. Big Show, Big Papa Pump. I always liked drawing Triple H. He was one of my favorites to draw. And Edge. I always try to make these outfits as detailed as possible. And if it gives any kind of idea of the size, I don't know, here's a Hot Wheel of the Batmobile. You know, they're not much bigger than, you know, a Hot Wheel can cover them. So, wasn't really into the whole drawing big pictures. I always try to get as many as possible. Not really fond of that Undertaker, but there's a lot of pictures in here I'm not too fond of. I mean, like, I kind of like the Brock Lesnar, getting really big arms, but they're supposed to be meant to be a little cartoony, but at the same time, you know, I wanted people to be able to tell who they were. Perry Saturn with his mop, another Rob Van Dam. Here's a Rikishi. And if anybody wants to know, I just use a color pencil. Nothing spectacular. So pretty much, you know, you'll like these and think that they're fun, or you'll just put some nasty comment down. But, you know, I really enjoyed doing these, and, you know, I thought I would show a little bit of one of my hobbies with you guys. There's Owen Hart, and probably one of my favorite Jeff Jarrett's I ever did. I always tried to make things look pretty much like they should have. Like, here's an original appearance of Diesel when he was first introduced. But the thing is, I went back and I have a lot of old wrestling magazines, so I was able to actually go back and look at use photos for to go ahead and try to get the best that I possibly could on it. Alright, well, I think I'm going to stop right here. If you want to see some more, I've got a huge stack of them just from over the years. So, you know, if you're interested in seeing some more, let me know. Alright, well, this is UM saying you guys take it easy. Bye.